Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the May 16th Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session. We begin this morning's meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Brown.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have a number of guests this morning, but because of that, we're going to just change up the order. We need to do a public hearing in our under sanitary engineer, and so we're going to start there and then go back to the top of the order. So if you flip to number 5 under sanitary engineer, and if we could start with the public hearing.
Did you want to do the minutes?
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, we should start with the minutes. I apologize. We need a motion for the approval of the minutes of the April 4, 2017 general session and the minutes of the April 13, 2017 briefing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
The minutes have been approved.
All right, now if we could go to sanitary engineer.
Public hearing, approving an application and plan for Suburban Steel Supply Company.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ray, if you want to go ahead and brief the public hearing, and then we'll ask for public comment.
Sure, this public hearing's in association with a resolution to allow the spreading of brine for dust control onto the private unpaved roads and lots at Suburban Steel Supply Company in Gahanna, Ohio. Suburban Steel Supply Company has submitted an application and fee in accordance with Ohio Revised Code. Their application and this resolution sets the requirements by which brine will and can be spread, which is approved by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. If approved, Suburban Steel Supply would be authorized to apply brine for dust control for up to 1 year and would need to apply annually for continued approval.
All right, then we have Jerry Henderson from Suburban Steel, who is here this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is a first for Franklin County. This has been in the workings for a little over a year. What Suburban does is we apply brine to our unpaved roadways and lots to help control our dust from forklifts, trucks, and storage areas. We actually claim dust as a fugitive emissions. Not only that, but dust is not the greatest thing to work around or to have in your neighborhoods. So we also look at it as an important way of, helping our community too.
And it's my understanding that in the past you've been doing this and the city of Gahanna has been approving the request, but it's now been interpreted that we need to approve it. So it's not that you've not been doing it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, their ODNR had a new legal team that looked at this and decided that it needed to go through Franklin County instead of the municipality of Gahanna.
Great. Well, good. All right. Do we have anybody else here that would like to comment on the public hearing? Okay, well, no other comments. You can get a motion for the approval, or we'll read Resolution 348 into the record.
Resolution number 348-17, resolution approving an application and plan for Suburban Steel Supply Company to apply brine to its private roads and parking areas.
I'll move for approval of the resolution.
Second.
Moved in second and voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 348-17 has been adopted.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you.
All right, now we'll move back to the top of the agenda, to the engineer, and we also have another public hearing. To our short timer.
Public hearing regarding establishing, altering, and widening of Sunbury Road, Blendon Township, Franklin County, Ohio. Viewed, engineer to file plans as necessary.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dean Ringo, County Engineer.
Cornell Robertson, Chief Deputy Engineer.
Commissioners, on the public hearing, this is for a request by Blendon Township to establish some sidewalks on the west side of Sunbury Road. both north and south from Valley Quail. So we've been working as the engineers for them.
All right, do we have anybody else that would like to speak on this public hearing? Being no one else is here, I'd like to read Resolution 34017 into the record.
Resolution number 340-17, establishing, altering, and widening of Sunbury Road, Blendon Township, Franklin County, Ohio, viewed, engineer to file plans as necessary.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say?
No, other than, I know when it says that in the code and the title that we're improving Sunbury Road, it's not the actual road itself, but the sidewalks to be on the west side. of
So
the-
it'll be more complete.
It's within the
area.
right of way, right?
I'll move approval of 34017.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 340-17 has been adopted.
All right, now we have another hearing, public hearing on 34117.
Regarding the prayer of petition to vacate a portion of North High Street located in Prairie Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this is an unimproved section of a roadway in the village of Galloway, and this is the same property owner owns all the property around it and is just looking to have this vacated, so this is the final hearing that we have before it's been vacated.
I'll move approval of 341.
Well, we haven't read
Oh,
it.
right, public
there anybody-
hearing. I'm ready to approve
Is
it.
there anybody else that would like to speak on this public hearing? Being that there's nobody in the room, you want to read 34117 into the record?
Resolution number 341-17, prayer of petition to vacate a portion of North High Street located in Prairie Township, Franklin County, Ohio, granted.
So it's been presented, it's been viewed, and we've drawn it up for your approval today.
Move approval of 34117.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 341-17 has been adopted.
Excellent.
We sticking around for next two?
Yeah, the next two are also
Yeah.
under the Board of Commissioners, but they're also engineer related.
Resolution number 342-17, resolution authorizing the execution of an easement to the Columbia Gas of Ohio Incorporated for land owned by the Franklin County Commissioners, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this is a City of Columbus capital improvement project in the southeast part of the county along Alum Creek Drive from Refugee Road to Phoebus Avenue. As part of that project, Columbus will widen Alum Creek Drive from 2 lanes to 5 lanes, and Columbia Gas will need to relocate their pipelines, so they have requested this utility easement. And after consulting with the prosecutor's office, we agree with this request and recommend your approval.
Move approval of 34217.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 342-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 343-17, resolution authorizing the acquisition of a standard highway easement from the state of Ohio, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this capital improvement project is in the northwest part of the county in Clinton Township along Kinnear Road from North Star Avenue to Olentangy River Road. This was a coordinated project including Franklin County, the City of Columbus, CSX Railroad, OSU, and Clinton Township. This resolution is for acquisition of an easement from the Ohio State University.
Move approval of 34317.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 343-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Emergency management.
Resolution number 344-17, resolution authorizing a third contract extension with Jess Howard Electric Company for outdoor warning siren maintenance and installation in the amount of $100,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. We're asking for the third and final extension of a pre-existing maintenance contract with Jess Howard Electric to maintain or perform maintenance on our outdoor siren system. This contract amount is set as a not-to-exceed amount and typically is vastly under the not-to-exceed amount.
And you'll start bidding a process again.
This will be the final extension, so next spring we will do a proposal and bring it forward for a new contract.
Great. I'll move approval of 34417.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes,
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 344-17 has been adopted.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
Director.
Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 345-17. Resolution approving a contract with Paul Worth Associates for a multimedia campaign for the Comprehensive Case Management and Employment Program in the amount of $165,713.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joy Bivens, Franklin County Job and Family Services.
Amy Bowie, Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services.
Commissioners, as you remember, in March, our agency released a request for proposal for vendors to develop and launch a comprehensive multimedia campaign for the Comprehensive Case Management Employment Program. This includes branding, messaging, paid and earned media, advertising, and collateral materials for the program, which is targeted at TANF and WIOA eligible youth ages 16 to 24. The goal is to increase awareness about CCMEP to the community, to educate potential participants of the benefits of the program, and to engage the community in this initiative. Encouraging them to partner with us on this program. We received 4 proposals, and we believe that Paul Worth, after our review in the review committee, is the most qualified to meet the deliverables outlined in RFP. Pending any questions, I ask for your approval of this resolution.
I will move for approval of 34517.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown,
Yes,
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 345-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 346-17. Resolution approving a contract with Advocacy and Communication Solutions for a multimedia campaign to promote quality learning, early learning, in the amount of $300,000.
Again, in March, because we've been very busy, Commissioners, releasing RFPs, as you can tell, we released a request for proposal for vendors to manage the comprehensive multimedia campaign to improve awareness in the importance of quality early learning and the state's Step Up to Quality requirements. As you may know, it is required in 2020 for all early learning centers to be Step Up to Quality certified. The campaign will take a 2-pronged approach, educating local child care providers about the benefits and the requirements of Step Up to Quality, and raising awareness about the importance of quality learning, early learning, among parents and caretakers. Under new rule, all child care providers and home providers are required to become Step Up to Quality. And I want to just take a moment to say, if 2020 was today, we currently at Job and Family Services provide 23,000 young early learners with publicly funded child care slots. So if 2020 was today, a lot of those young people would lose their slots. Do you have anything to add to that, Amy?
I just think it's important that we start early. It's a process to become step-up rated, and so we want to make sure that we reserve as many child care slots as possible. And we've also talked about the importance of business in the community. Several of these providers, if they don't maintain and obtain their quality ratings, possibly would go out of business. So there's a business aspect, but more importantly, there's the aspect of making sure that we have enough child care slots for our children.
Right.
I think you're right, Amy. I think it's both aspects of it. It's to preserve the businesses, and often these are people who can't get out of their homes to work that start a child care center.
Right.
And if we don't get them with the rating and get them the step-up services to be able to get rated,
Absolutely.
they're going to go out of business. And the other really essential piece is that the reason we're doing the Step Up to Quality is for the kids to
Yes.
get the education, the early childhood education piece that we want them to have, so that when they start school at kindergarten, they have the
They're
learning
prepared.
they need.
Yes.
Exactly.
I visited a center on Friday, commissioners, and I asked the provider if there's anything that you want me to tell the policymakers when these rules are made.
Yeah.
Not that they're bad rules, but they're rules that can become cumbersome, and business owners become very overwhelmed because you have a lot of business owners who love kids, but maybe they're not business savvy to
Right.
navigate through the channels to be step up to quality. And this business owner said to me, just give me a chance. When I opened up the book and I looked at the requirements, I was overwhelmed because I didn't even know where to start. So I had to get my staff engaged, and they did, I think they did bake sales and so cookies and donuts. And she took her staff to a early learning training or conference. She did that to pay for for the amenities for them to stay, and it was eye-opening for her staff. And now her staff, they're attending Columbus State to get associate's degrees just because of that exposure. And she just doesn't want to have 1 star, she wants to have 5 stars. But she is really engaged, but I understand it from that perspective.
Yeah.
And this campaign will reach out to all of those early learning providers and getting them engaged on why this is important. So pending any questions, I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I move for approval of 34617.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 346-17 has been adopted. Resolution number 347-17, resolution approving 10 subaward agreements for the 2017 Franklin County CCMEP Ohio Youth Works Summer Youth Works Program in the amount of $9,879,304.04.
Commissioners, before we go into reading the resolution and bringing our guests up, we have a lot of our youth work providers in the room, and I want to personally thank them. But I also want to thank you. I want to thank you for making such a huge investment in our young people. We know that Summer Youth Program, it provides an opportunity for our youth. It keeps them engaged during the summertime, keeps them off the streets. It assists some of them in purchasing summer or school clothes for the school year. Unfortunately, some of them have to assist parents in paying bills. But it also gives them exposure to things and opportunities and people maybe they wouldn't have had opportunity before. They learn skill sets, and it molds them for the future. I'm a product of a summer youth program in a small town in southern Ohio, and I just want to thank you so much for making a generational investment in our young people. So thank you. Today we have before we go into a resolution, we have a couple of our providers I asked if they will come and just share with you a little bit about their program. We have Leisha Chambers, who is the National Director of TechCore, and she brought a student with her today as well.
Oh, great.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you, Director. Very excited to be here. So TechCore is a nonprofit organization. We develop technology and computer science programs for students in 3rd through 12th grade. We deliver programs here in Central Ohio, but also in Northeast Ohio as well. This year, more than 2,000 students will interact with the TechCore program. We're very excited about the continued partnership and the growth that we've, through the programs we've delivered in partnership with Job and Family Services. One of our summer youth employment programs that I want to tell you about is a program we call Student WebCore. And this program is a work-based learning program where we're introducing kids to the technology skills and the opportunities that are before them. So with Student WebCore, kids are assigned 25 kids per site on a web development company. And then they work on project teams of 5 where they are developing a website and have a mock client that they work with over this summer. Those clients are from industries like JP Morgan Chase, AEP, Nationwide, who some of their tech folks come out and kind of serve in that mock client role. And the kids have products that they must develop on a weekly basis. They're meeting with their clients, they're defending and explaining the decisions that they've made. So there are a lot of soft skills, presentation skills, teamwork, all of those skills that employers are identifying as important, as well as the technical skills that they're building. Last year, through a partnership with Franklin University, students in this program now have the opportunity to earn 2 college credits awarded through Franklin University, and that will again happen this year. I'm so pleased to be joined today by Casey Wilson. So Casey is she is exactly why we do programs like this, right? Because what we know is that women and Black and brown students are not represented in the technology space in the way that they need to. But what we also know is that research shows that when they have early exposure, continued support, that they will take the ball and run with it. So Casey, a few years ago, was a student in a student Web Corps program, and then she went off to Ohio Dominican University to major in computer science, and we kept track of her. And so we tracked her down and we said, Casey, come back and instruct. So last year she served as an instructor in the student Web Corps program. Of course, we love her and we wanted her back again, but I'll be doggone. JP Morgan Chase has snapped her up, and this summer she will be a technology intern at JP Morgan Chase. So I've asked Casey just to share a little bit about her experience with the program and then how this program really has been the trajectory that is leading her along her path.
Go Panthers.
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm Casey
all
Wilson.
water.
This program has really helped me grow. I started college my sophomore year of high school. I started at DeVry learning computer science, and then I took the initiative to continue at Ohio Dominican and I'm doing computer science and software engineering, first year of the program. Only woman in the program, and it was great to share that experience with the students at Tech Corps because I would love them to continue in that. It's really not only a good paying field, but it's really it'll never get boring. And it has so many opportunities. I just got back from New York with the JP Morgan for the Black Leadership Summit that they had there to kind of get us ready. It's a great experience for Web Corps. I enjoyed it. Was the first time being able to collaborate with a lot of people and learn about coding and CSS, HTML, preparing me for all the innovation in the field to get me ready for college and to work with students of all kinds, all backgrounds. Not all were looking forward to being in the computer science major, but I think it turns a lot of people towards it. And it was a really, really great experience. And being able to come back as an instructor was even greater, being able to learn how to teach these students how to do what I did and to encourage them to take all those opportunities and to continue it. Don't let it discourage them, because it can be if you don't have the right people to support you and keep you going.
Wow,
great.
that is so great, and congratulations.
Yes,
to you.
thank you. Again, Commissioner, before our next speaker come up, I just want to reinforce that this is just not, approving resolutions and contracts,
I
and you know
know.
that this is a
people.
generational investment, and Casey is evident of that. So again, thank you so much. Next we have T Street. She is a partner with our St. Stephen's contract, and she is the Education Director for University Services at The Ohio State University.
Welcome.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you so much for having me this morning, but also thank you again for your long-term investment in the young people of Franklin County. People always say that our young people are the future, and I believe that that's nonsense. I believe that our young people are the present. There's nothing magical about 16, 18, or 21. We can raise up a generation of leaders now, and I believe that your investment is a part of the way that we do that. Part of what we do, I'm the insane one because I take the kids that are hard to place. We know that 14 and 15-year-olds don't yet have the work skills that they need to be in job sites. We found that out in the early days of the summer youth program. But what we know is that they also want the opportunities. They want to learn. They want to have that. And so a few years ago, you all agreed that there was some merit in doing project-based learning. And so the Ohio State University came along as a partner with St. Stephen's, and we developed a program where this summer I'm taking 100 14 and 15-year-olds for 25 hours a week every day for 8 weeks on the campus of The Ohio State University.
Love it.
I do love it. I do love it. There's not anything I'd rather be doing this summer than this. And so what the program consists of is some work readiness that's a little more intense than the couple of days that the kids get who are going into the workforce. These kids learn how to write resumes. We bring in top-notch folks. We bring the folks in from the city and the county's HR departments. They learn how to do job interviews. And I guarantee you there's not a young person in my program that would interview who couldn't get through that interview successfully. I will tell you that we bring in entrepreneurs so that our kids have an opportunity to see what it means, because some of the kids are clear that they want to be their own bosses. We bring in people from every spectrum that they get a well-rounded opportunity to learn and to grow. But what they are also doing is learning some of the job skills that the employers told us they didn't have. How to get along with each other, how to get along with their coworkers, how to work in groups, because many workforce opportunities today consist of being able to work in groups and in teams. And so what we do is we divide our kids 10 groups of 10. We hire college kids to supervise them under the supervision of myself and a job coordinator that we hire that works with the district. So he's very familiar and he works in the schools during the school year. And so we bring those kids together. This year, we have such an exciting partnership. For the past 2 years, we partnered with OSU's College of Architecture with their city and regional planning. And the kids did programs on the east side where they learned about community development and how do you change a community, what are the assets that are necessary for successful, thriving communities. But last year our kids said they wanted a deeper dive into entrepreneurship. They believe that they've been reading the stories about these young people who are forming companies and are multimillionaires, like the folks who do the Origami Owl. She was 17 when she started her company. And so this year we have an exciting partnership. We are partnering with the Fisher College of Business's Entrepreneurship and Innovations program. They're interested in a long-term opportunity to engage with some of our kids long-term, hopefully recruiting some of them to come and be a part of the ICE Scholars Program at Ohio State. The first week, they're going to learn about the opportunity of business. How do you develop an idea? How do you determine what your customer base is? Is there a market for what you're trying to do? How do you brand your business? How do you learn how to be fiscally responsible personally, but also in business? There's some adults who could take that course. They're going to learn about leadership. And then the 8th week, they're going to do a pitch, and Fisher has invited many of the people who come to their college's pitch, and these kids are going to pitch businesses. There will be a micro funder there to see if there's a possibility that there's an idea that might stem from one of these groups that could go forth. There will be folks who are entrepreneurs. There's a young man who last year won their competition. He's 20 years old. He has a barbecue food truck. He's coming in to talk to our kids. But I think probably the best test of what we do, we wanted one of our employers to come today, and she unfortunately is tied up in business. One of the owners who owns 2 of the McDonald's in Columbus, every year she hires our kids. She says she gets her best employees. In fact, the mayor asked her, how do you find such great kids? And she says, I hire all of my kids from T Street's program, because we send our kids who are ready for the workforce. And so we want to thank you on behalf of the thousands of kids this summer who will have an opportunity to work, not just to keep them off the streets.
Right.
There are lots of things that could keep them off the streets, but will it also develop for us our next generation of workers and of learners? And so that's what's different about keeping them busy and really investing in what will make a difference for now and for the future of Franklin County. And I thank you, because it gives us an opportunity to serve not just kids in Columbus City Schools, but kids from across this county. Every year we have kids from charter schools, from some of the suburban schools. We have kids who all come together and make this thing work. And we just want to thank you on behalf of the children of Franklin County and the young people who will have this experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you. And commissioners, we have a lot of our providers. I just want them to stand before because I know one of them have to leave for the Boys and Girls Club. If they could just please stand, I'm going to read your name just real quick. Academy for Urban Scholars, Boys and Girls Club of Columbus, Columbus Literacy Council, Columbus Urban League, Eckerd Youth Alternatives, Ethiopian, Tawada Social Services, Godman Guild, Metropolitan Community Services, St. Stephen's, and TechCorps. Thank you on behalf of our agency and on behalf of the commissioners. Thank you for the investment that you're making in these young people's lives this summer. Thank you.
We're not going to have all that.
No. Okay, I'll take it much too much time, and Ken is going to slap my hand later. The Franklin County Summer Youth Works Program is intended to help place youth ages 14 to 24 from low-income TANF-eligible households on the pathway towards self-sufficiency through summer employment opportunities. Youth in the program receive employability training, how to interview and how to act in the workplace, resume, money management tips, along with on-the-job experience, and earn a paycheck for it. These are practical skills that help foster academic growth and prepare youth to enter the 21st century workforce. And for working parents, it helps provide peace of mind knowing their children are in a safe environment during the summer. Do you want to add anything, Amy?
I just want to say that I think our providers said it best in that this is not just something that keeps kids busy, but it really, from basic jobs to earning college credit, this is really a life-changing program for thousands of our youth. So I just want to thank you for your investment and know that it's money well spent.
I know as we invest now in kids and young adults, who knows where they'll end up in years from now, but this is our workforce.
Yes.
And, you know, we need to pay attention to our workforce in the next few years. Everybody needs to pay attention to workforce issues now and in the future. And what better way to do that than hire a workforce and train people now? And if these young people are willing and ready to get that training now, they're going to be our best employees of the future and the near future. So this is a great resolution. I'm happy this investment is able to be made, and I will move for passage of 34717.
This is at the heart of what we do as county commissioners. This is I know this is under the heading of Job and Family Services, but this is really at the heart of what we do, whether it's in economic development or it's in Job and Family Services, whether it's in, across the board. I mean, investing in the future, investing in these children, we might as well be investing in an economic, the stuff that Jim does in his department in economic development, because we're making an investment in our workforce. We're making an investment in the future. But when we invest dollars in projects that bring jobs to Columbus or to Franklin County, we're investing so that we can then turn around and have that return on investment come back financially, so that we can invest back into projects and programs like this. So that we can, I mean, it all kind of fits together. And if we can continue to do that, then we have. But this one's even more interesting, because we're investing in kids who are going to then reinvest back into the community, and so it's just it's at the heart of what we do, and it's really rewarding, and it's a lot of fun. I would like, before everybody gets up and runs out of here, because I know you guys are all going to do that because you have to get back to your lives, can we get a picture with everybody? And I'd like Casey to be right front and center in the middle of that picture, but can we get a picture with everybody before you guys run out of here? Tyler even ran out to get the camera. Oh, we have to vote. I'm sorry. And I have to second it. I will second 34717.
Moved and second in voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 347-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Let's get a picture.
With you two also. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna run to my seat.
No, you're not running to your seat. Put that paper down.
Good, how are you?
Stand in the back.
No, you won't stand in the back. So cute.
Everybody. How are you?
Short.
I can stand in the back and not be worried.
We'll get it done.
Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joy. All right. All right, economic development and planning.
Resolution number 349-17, resolution authorizing a one-year agreement to support Franklin County Youth Lemonade Festival, a youth entrepreneur initiative in the amount of $20,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Mark Paxson, Economic Development Planning. We're asking for approval of a contract with the National CEO Leadership Institute for a Franklin County Youth Lemonade Festival. It is for a youth entrepreneurship initiative. It's funded with $20,000 in community development block grant funds. In attendance is Mr. Kurt Caffey, who's representing the festival.
The lemonade tie and all. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I want to first make sure that the audience and the viewers know that I haven't been converted to that team up north. Even though I have their colors on, I'm still a Buckeye. But good morning, and on behalf of the 4,000 plus youth entrepreneurs, we want to say thank you for your continued support with this Lemonade Festival event. I want to say thanks to Jim and Mr. Paxson and that whole team for sticking with us. You know, 4 years ago, we brought the vision to Jim, and he shared it with you guys and ladies. And we have continued to just build upon it. I was listening to the previous group in regards to their target market, which is 18 through 24, I believe. Our target market is 5 through 18. So this whole idea of entrepreneurship, youth entrepreneurship, appears to be catching fire. I'm a strong advocate of it because I think the other side of the coin for our young people is entrepreneurship and someone giving them those tools to eventually become self-sufficient. Mom and dad isn't always going to pay expenses, so they need to at least have some tools as it relates to that. This year we're growing the program. We have it for 2 days, officially 2 days this year, which converts it to the festival. The first day is July 15th, which is the main event where you'll find young people out on the corners, driveways, in front of businesses with their lemonade stands. And then the second year, what we've done is we're going to have the grand finale of the best lemonade tasting competition in Franklin County at the Brooks Park there off of Winchester Pike. So we're looking to bring some 2,000, 2,500 kids together this year in this effort. So we're really excited about it. You know, our theme of the 3 S's, to spend, to save, and to share. We're finding that the young people are really embracing that, and parents are helping them out, especially in the area of sharing. They're identifying their own charitable organizations to make contributions to. So we're just happy about it. Personally, it's a joy to me because I'm listening to testimonies from parents, watching the young kids develop. As I mentioned the other day, you know, developing from selling a cup of lemonade to now wanting to sell gallons. And of course, that's the entrepreneurial spirit that you have to grow your business. So again, we're just thankful for your continued support on this, and we're just looking forward to this year and just continuing to grow it and convert some of these young entrepreneurs to be who they are.
Yeah.
My daughter and the kids in the neighborhood sell something about every weekend. They, I say something, they sell lemonade.
What would that be?
Well, they sell lemonade, they sell Kool-Aid, they're big on, because my wife only buys the sugar-free stuff now, so they sell what's the
Crystal
Crystal Light. They sell sugar-free Crystal Light. The woman across the street makes cookies all the time, so they have a bake sale a lot. They sell cookies and donuts. But they
With their Crystal Light.
with Crystal Light, yeah. They sell cookies and donuts with sugar-free Crystal Light. Yeah, and they sell, but they also donate a lot of the money to the PTA at the school because they're raising money for things at their school, and so they like to give some of the money to the PTA. The other mom across the street's on the PTA at school, so they like to give some of the money there. So and they never fight over the money, which just confounds me. It amazes me that these kids never fight over the money. It's amazing to me. So, but there's like 10 of them. There's like 10 of these kids that are all out there every weekend screaming and yelling, and the neighbors all know it's coming. They all stop their cars and jump out and get a glass of usually grape Crystal Light. Yeah.
And a cookie.
And
You
a
gotta have the
cookie.
cookie with the sugar-free stuff.
And then we have opened online registration, so for those who want to register.
What's the date?
July the 15th and the 16th.
And how would somebody register?
They can go to youthlemonadefestival.org and register there. And if I could pass these around to the commissioners, there's 3. They're activity packages, so that hopefully some of the activities you might be able to attend.
Thank you. And I will move approval of Resolution 34917.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 349-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Kurt. All right, Public Facilities Management.
Resolution number 350-17, resolution authorizing recycling of information technology equipment declared obsolete by the Franklin County Automatic Data Processing Board.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jim Goodnow, Public Facilities Management. Periodically, this agency is asked to recycle or dispose of information technology equipment identified by the Data Processing Board as obsolete or surplus. We do so in a manner consistent with the Board's commitment to promote sustainable programs and practices, including actions which lessen the impact on the Franklin County landfill. Pending any questions, we request your approval to dispose of this e-waste.
Move approval of 35017.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 350-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Homeland Security and Justice Programs.
Resolution number 351-17, resolution authorizing a contract with the National Council for Behavioral Health for the provision of training services related to mental health first aid through the FY 2014 Justice Assistance Grant in the amount of $37,000.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kathy Crandall, Homeland Security and Justice Programs. This resolution is a contract with the National Council for Behavioral Health. It'll provide mental health first aid training for our partners in the Stepping Up initiative. This is a Train the Trainer 5-day, 40-hour course. And at the certification of this course, each trainer is required to perform 3 trainings within the year, and then 3 trainings per year for every year after. Hopefully, this course will improve the participants' knowledge and modify their attitudes and perceptions about mental health and the related issues in the criminal justice system that come with those with mental health issues. Franklin County is hosting the training for all public safety personnel, including our 911 dispatchers, our call takers, as well as law enforcement and EMS. And we also have included our private partners of mental health services that we contract with through the county. So pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 35117.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner Brown?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Resolution number 351-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Resolution number 352-17, resolution approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Personnel actions this week, we have 1 probationary removal at Sanitary Engineering. Pending any questions, request approval of the resolution.
Move approval of 35217.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 352-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Purchasing.
Resolution number 353-17, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $911,890.79.
Good morning, Commissioners. Carl Cuse representing the Purchasing Department. This resolution requests your approval of 97 purchase orders. These purchase orders have been pre-certified as availability funds by the county auditor. If any questions, we recommend their approval.
Move approval of 35317.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 353-17 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 354-17, resolution authorizing supplemental appropriations and interfund loan repayment and a transfer of funds for the payment of debt service.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach Tuleric with the Office of Management and Budget. This resolution will authorize the county's June 1st debt service payment, which will total just under $8.2 million. Of that amount, approximately $5.2 million will come from the general fund. In addition, this resolution also includes the repayment of a loan from the general fund to the Stadium Debt Service Fund. This $1 million repayment is the last part of the short-term financing for the construction of Huntington Park. There was a total of $15 million issued. It was entirely repaid with the proceeds from Stadium Inc. and the Columbus Clippers. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
I will move for approval of 35417.
Second.
Moved and second in voting, Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Resolution number 354-17 has been adopted.
Antoine, are there any journalizations?
There are none today.
Okay, well then that will conclude our agenda for the 16th. We will see everybody next week.
Kids have to go.